extreme religious position, direct experience with God, and put it into a dogma that you've never heard or seen before. Welcome everyone who is here. This is going to be a quick live stream. We have a storm brewing over here. I'm always on time. The truth is that you're never really late. I'm on time, and this is the topic of today's stream, guys. Today we are going to be talking, and I'm going to be proving that all gods are real. All of them. And the only religion that's 100% fake is atheism, guys. Only atheism is 100% a lie. These other gods are real. And there's one God that is the truth. So even though the other gods are real, and I'll prove it, there's only one God that is the truth. And that is the God of gods. The rest of the gods are real, but they're not the truth. And I'm going to prove to Christians real fast. Christians are like, oh! I'm going to prove to them, and then I'm going to prove to atheists. And I'm going to use my direct experience with God to anchor this conversation. All right. Because if you haven't heard, I am a prophet of God. And I am a prophet of God, and I was told to convey this message, kind of like a part 2 to last time. So last time I proved that all facts are nonsense, and only God is truth. Only God is truth. However, all gods are real. Okay. This is how we're going to do it. Welcome, rebuke, and reprove. There's one God, Father, Son, and Holy Spirit. That is true. That is the truth. But the other gods are real. Okay. I can prove it to you. All right. I'll do it really fast. The imagination of you. What you can imagine. Do you believe that God has not imagined what you've imagined? If you make up a God tomorrow, you draw a picture of a chicken God, or we're talking about anything that you can imagine, God has imagined it. And because God has imagined it, there's a truth to it. Is it the truth? No. But there's a real existence of anything that you imagine simply because God's imagined what you've imagined. And if God cannot imagine something that isn't real somewhere. Boom, boom. That means Zeus is real. That means Odin's real. That means all the Shinto gods are real. All the Hindu gods are real. They're just not telling you the truth. The full truth. Guys, that's how it goes. All right. Now, 95% of all Christians don't want to hear this. But there are some Christians who can entertain this kind of thing because they realize that all these other gods could potentially be fallen angels. They could be whatever you want to call them. You can call them entities. You call them whatever you want to call them. But they're real. They're real. They're just not the God. Back in the old day, when we talk about gods, that's not the same as talking about the God. The God, this is a language issue. This is a language issue. All right? But everything that you can imagine is real somewhere. Because everything that you imagine has been imagined by God, and God only imagines things that are real. God does not imagine things that aren't real. That is impossible. Because with God, all things are possible. So boom, got you. I got you. All right. The second part is, because that's true, from what I'm just saying, is that atheists are wrong. Not only are they wrong about doubting the God of the Bible, but they're wrong about doubting all of the other gods of every other religion being completely non-existent. They do exist. Not only do they exist because God's imagined them, and therefore there is something real about Baal and Moloch and Thor and Zeus. Right? There is an entity of these things. They are real. They're just not the God of gods. They are lesser entities, guys. Because the God of gods is the God of all. It is the God that you encounter that does not appear as an angel of light. It's the God that you encounter when you encounter the God of gods, all of time and space breaks down. Remember who you were before you were born. You know your past, present, and future. You know all that good stuff. That is a born-again experience that I had doubt in the past, but God revealed to me I can no longer doubt. It is possible to pass this along. It is possible for God to come to you and show you this. The God of all is God. That's right. The God of gods. In the Bible, it says we are. Does the Bible not say we are gods? Jesus says something like that. I don't remember which book. Does the Bible not say we are gods? He's not talking about, he's talking about there are other higher beings. We are a higher being. We are not the God of gods, though, but we're made in the image of God. And guess what? There are other things that God's created besides humans. And everything that God has ever imagined, which is everything that's possible, there's something real to it. It means there's something real to Star Wars. Yoda's real. Spider-Man's real, guys. But Spider-Man is not true. Yoda isn't true. The only truth that exists in this entire universe is God himself. God is the only thing that's true. I proved this in the last video when I explained to everyone that facts are total nonsense. The only thing that you can know for certain is your direct experience. However, you have a 1 second delay, a 1 second lag or split second lag, and you're always looking into the past. And your brain is turning all the information around you and interpreting it based off your religious faith or your belief system. And because of that, the only thing that you can know 100% that's true is that you're experiencing the world in the first person, and the only thing that you can encounter that breaks through that is a direct experience with God. And that's how it's always been. And every religion on earth that has these kinds of experiences in them all agree with me, and that's how it goes. Welcome, everybody who's in this live stream. Now, atheism is the only religion that's 100% a lie, because no atheist actually is an atheist. No atheist can be an atheist, because if you can imagine any God in any religion of any kind, it means there's a part of you that believes in that God, believes in that there's a truth to it. There's a physical version. I'm just talking about this from a science perspective. There's a physical God that is, with neurons firing in your brain, and that physical version of it is real. It's real, guys. If you have a dream, it's real. There's a truth to it. If you're a Christian and you don't believe me, I will go ahead and go back to the Christian point of view. In the Christian point of view, the Bible has accounts of many people having dreams that come directly from God. From God's perspective, all of that is real. It's not a metaphor. It's real. It's all real. The dragon, all that stuff. So your head's shrining, bro. That's right. I am shaving the church bald, guys. It's time to shave that church bald. I'm going bald because this is the gospel of being live. And the only thing I'm not shaving is this gnarly beard, guys. Welcome, Jeannie Donovan 239. So, yes, I am very weird, because if you have a direct encounter with God, you're going to stick out a little bit. You're going to look a little bit crazy. You're going to look a little bit weird. You're going to say some weird things. But if you think about what I'm saying, and you are a Christian, this will cut through all the nonsense right away. Use your most vivid imagination. Imagine anything you want to imagine. Then ask yourself, has God not thought of that? And the answer is, God has thought of that. And then ask yourself, what has God imagined? Can God imagine a lie? The truth is God does not imagine lies. Everything that God imagined, everything that God imagines, there is a physical and spiritual truth to it. In other words, it is anchored in the God that has imagined all. And that is how it goes. So that's how it goes. Secondly, if you're an atheist and you don't believe in that, well, if you use your imagination and you think up a God tomorrow, or you're thinking about Spider-Man, or you're thinking about any Marvel superhero, you're thinking about the Greek gods, you're thinking about the Norse gods, you're thinking about any of these other gods, you have imagined them. There's a physical version of that in your side of your brain if you think you're your brain. And that physical part of that is real. It's real. It's 100% real. It's not. There's nothing fake about that. There's a seed planted in your brain with that thing in it. And from a Christian perspective, you can call that a demon if you want to. If you were like really, really conservative, you can call it whatever you want to call it. I don't see it that way. I don't see it necessarily as a demon, but it is certainly physical, and it's certainly both spiritual. It's spiritual in the extent that it has a name and it has a voice. All right, for sure. So that is exactly how it goes. on this here. So what else did I say? Oh, only God is truth. I think I explained that. So man, I just went through this whole thing in 10 minutes, which is pretty amazing, guys. If you want to hear the most craziest, most ridiculous, most extreme positions that you've ever heard on religion, you need to come across someone who's had a direct encounter with God, or you yourself need to have a direct encounter with God. And how do you have a direct encounter with God? You've got to be live. You got to do it live. You can't take the Walmart version of Christianity. You can't take in the Dollar General, the generic version of a religion, and believe in it blindly and expect to make it to the promised land. It doesn't work that way. You must go to the mountain and you must encounter God firsthand. That is the old school Christian message. Old school. And it happens to be the message of every major religion on this planet. All right. Now, all of their authority is derived from direct experience. Direct experience is what science should be rooted in. Direct experience. In the moment, there's absolutely no proof that anything on Wikipedia is true except for what I experienced directly. And that's how it goes. My goodness, man. This bald head is getting me all kinds of stuff going on. So, yes, so if you doubt the existence of Thor and you doubt the existence of Odin, you doubt the existence of all the characters in your favorite video game, I've got news for you. They're all real. Every single book ever written, every single thing that's ever been created by human beings was imagined by God as well. And because of that, there is something physical, there is something spiritual, and there's something anchored in this world with these things. But there's a hierarchy to these gods. What I mean is, some of these other things have been around for a really long time. And they're based off of older gods that go back thousands of years. You know, Superman, going all the way back to Hercules, etc. And then you also have the God of gods. The God of gods is the God. The only God that is the truth. And the rest of these gods are just as fallible, just as messed up as anything else that's been twisted and tainted in this world. And that's how it works. Right? Seriously. And if you have a direct encounter with God, I will show you. It will show you. It will show you the truth. And we will be shaving this church bald. The gospel of being live means that it requires that you are live and present in your life. It requires that you're live and present all the time. And to be live and totally present, that's what's required for you to have a direct encounter with God. Because every single minute of every single day, God is talking to you from every single direction. It's not just when you lay down a prayer. During the day, you are being talked to constantly by the God of gods. The only thing you need to do to hear him is to be 100% present and get off of the facts. Get rid of the facts. Guys, forget about all that. Because the God of God can bend the facts. If you are a believer in the Bible, and that is what you believe in, miracles happen because all the facts are on a foundation of sand. The sun stopped for 3 days. People get resurrected from the dead. The seas are parted. So let go of that. Let go of everything you've ever heard about God and replace that with a direct experience. The gospel of being live is brought to you by a direct experience of God. All right, so I think I handled that in about 14 minutes and 20 seconds. And this has been a very interesting and wonderful conversation. I think I hit that nail on the head. I'm gonna give it just about a minute or two for anybody to contest. I'm gonna give a chance because if this goes uncontested, if the only person that comes in here and contests what I just said is your head is bald and this is weird, then that means I'm 100% right. And there's absolutely no inner conflict whatsoever when it comes to this particular conversation. And I'm going to move on to the next conversation. And I'll see you tomorrow on the gospel of being live. Live!